It's time for the annual Digital to Dice Black Friday show with Dave and the other guy. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's that time again. It's our special Black Friday show. I'm Dave.
I'm Ron.
And, I guess it's turned into our annual Black Friday show.
Once you do something more than once, it becomes annual.
Yeah. So as you know, today we're going to be talking about some of the Black Friday sales, things we've heard, things we know, things we hope will happen. And we're also going to talk about things that we've already purchased on Black Friday and things we're going to purchase and things we're hoping to purchase on Black Friday here as we try to talk about everything cards and dice that's on sale.
Sports. By the way, this is episode 65.
Yeah, 65. So this is
this is what you're good with the Rocky and Bullwinkle stuff. It's either the Medicare episode, where the show is now eligible for Medicare, or the Paul Davis 65 love affair, because you're not going to have a love affair with your credit card after.
No, not at all. It's not going to be pretty. Yeah, I'm trying to scale back, but
make the stuff up on the fly.
Yeah.
You can't see this on the screen. We tape these using StreamYard, and under his name is Stuffing Master.
Oh,
and
I love stuffing. I do.
So do I. We have it. We're doing Cornish game hens. This is just the two of us for Thanksgiving. But the color that you have it there looks more like a certain fecal.
It's Thanksgiving brown. That's all I could find.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I just have stuffing alone for dinner. It's that good.
Yes.
It's not often, but if we have leftovers, I'm just like, I'm just going to have the stuffing.
When I was single, which was a long time ago, I'd buy it by the can. You know those cans? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So butter and water.
Oh, yes. Those are your friends.
Reason number 17,538 why I became a diabetic at 30.
Yeah, right.
So anyway. Hey, how do you get a hold of us?
Yeah, first off, we've had a lot of comments come in.
All of them good too.
Yeah, you can leave us comments all over the place. So let's just go over that contact information. Digitaltodice.com is our website. Digitaltodice.com, and that goes right to our Spreaker page where we host all the episodes. You can comment on the episodes there over on Spreaker. The show then will export over to my YouTube channel, which is Dave Gardner Videos on YouTube, and we get a lot of comments there as well. We have a voice and text line, and that is 978-751-DICE, 978-751-3423. We've got some comments that come in on the DICE line. And lastly, over on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/digital to dice. We have a lot of comments there. And
over 525 members or something.
Yeah, we're growing over there. It's a great place over there. If you're not on that Facebook group, jump on that, because not only do we talk about the show, but we talk about a lot about games. People sometimes post videos, links to their games that they streamed. Sometimes they just post pictures of their games or results of their games, and it's really fun. It's a really good community over there. Today I was posting I'm customizing some cards that I got on the PDFs, and
look great, by the way.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when I get to what we're playing. And I wasn't sure which logo to use, because I was printing out some Yankees cards, and I didn't know if I should use the NY or if I should use the red circle with the hat and the bat. And
the top hat and the bat is what I would use.
I ended up going with that, but I put it up on the Facebook group. Said, "What do you guys think?" I mocked up both. I said, "What do you think?" I mean, the N and the Y is like, totally synonymous with Yankees and the Bronx Bombers, but the other one just is a little brighter logo, and I just like it a little better. So I put that on there. So which one should I use? And I got some good feedback on that as well. So the Facebook group is great place to go and hang out. And I wanted to mention all that because we have had a lot of new listeners, and they've gotten a hold of us, like I say, on Facebook, on Spreaker, on email, everywhere. And Yeah, just out of the blue, we've had a big surge of new listeners here, so we want to welcome everybody to the show. If you haven't listened to some past shows, feel free to go over to digitaltodice.com and scroll back and listen to some past shows. We cover all kinds of different topics on the sports sim. What's it, genre? I guess you would call it, a community or hobby or whatever it is. We talk we talk cards and dice. We talk computer games, and the premise kind of behind this show is Ron is the old veteran when it comes to these games, and I'm kind of the new guy.
You got an age shot. I'm not older till tomorrow. But by the time that people listen to this, I'll be older. But
but the idea is you've been playing these games a lot longer than me.
30 years.
Yeah, and for myself, it's really only been a few years, as I was always the video game guy, and so I did the video games right until a few years ago when I'm not the target audience anymore in my 50s, and I just don't have the coordination to play those anymore. So I found Cards and Dice Community, and I'm
my first sim game was I got at KB Toys in 1984. So I've been doing this for 36 years. It was called Championship Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It was made by Milton Bradley, and it had the Major League Baseball Players Association seal, so they could use players. They couldn't use teams or anything like it, or generic names for teams. And they were Topps baseball cards.
Oh, wow.
And so I think Dave Stieb was one of the pitchers from the American League that year. And so you got the airbrushed logo. So you didn't see the Blue Jays logo. Dave Stieb, pitcher, Toronto. And then you'd flip it over, and it would be his 83 stats. So it wasn't like the full baseball card where you got what he did in Scranton Wilkes-Barre in 1962 or whatever. And then it was a 2D6 game. And so you get the results for that. And so I'm sure it was for batting purposes or whatever. It was just so that was my first card and dice game. My dad and I would play it every once in a while. And yeah, I got it the winter of 84. So with 2021 coming up, I guess I'm a veteran 37 years.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. And so that's what makes this show kind of work, is that you get Ron, who's done it a while, me, who's kind of new and still in the honeymoon phase of it all, discovering games. And so we play off each other, and that's kind of how the show works here a little bit here. So we don't claim to be experts by any means, especially myself, but we like to talk about some of the things here. So Ron talks about it from a veteran standpoint. I talk it from a new guy standpoint, and that's how we kind of get things done here. In fact, I think I broke in, I don't know, about three or 4 years ago playing action PC football, and I had a hard time with it, and then
you found us,
and then I found you guys there, and I tell the story that it was I think it was Clinton, and he was saying that he plays a game on a computer and he rolls his own dice, and I was like, what is that? And then I get into the dice rolling, and now I find that I go between the tabletop dice rolling and the computer PC sims, and it's a nice mix. It's an addicting hobby, that's for sure. Collecting cards and making cards and a whole bit, and discovering new games, because there's so many new games. It really is. It's fun. So anyway, enough of that. So we got the Black Friday sales coming up, but first we got to do Aunt Becky and what we're playing.
Aunt Becky, why are we doing turkey and ham on Arbor Day?
Well, because we have to wait just a little bit, unless you want to have it.
Aunt Becky's a bit disposed.
Unless you want to have it in the prison dining hall. We could have it in the prison dining hall.
I don't know.
Is there a community area there must be a community area there. I can't imagine she's under heavy lockdown.
No, I'm sure she's at Camp Cupcake or something like that, where the foie gras is just not organic. It's not free range goose liver for Lori Loughlin at this point. Yeah. I mean, one of our friends, Craig Wessel, as a matter of fact, from All Star Lineup Baseball last week, posted one of those turkey dinners in a can.
Oh, yeah.
Different layers, so you could see the layer of the cranberry and the mashed potato and the turkey. Oh, my God.
It's so gross. It's so gross. I would probably eat it too, but it's so gross.
I think that would be something you would do whether you were heavily under the influence of malted beverages.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. All right, so what we're playing here, why don't you jump in first? What have you been playing?
Let's see. It's this a holiday week for me because it's my birthday on Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact. My wife has threatened to make me the turkey again. do a different thing. So this week, instead of my normal soccer, hockey rotation, did some action PC baseball. Red Sox and Angels from 86. I took for a spin, I realized that was a pun as soon as I was going to say it. I did Daring Racers from Roberto Chavini. Took out the most recent F1 set and raced it down in Australia. And somebody from Saugus area, Massachusetts, was asking me about whether there were shrimps in the Barbie thrown at the drivers or that. And I responded back to this heckler of mine who's always concerned about my sub number that I don't know about that, but there was some guy watching the race on television that got hit in the head with a boomerang. I'm not sure who that
That's a shame.
It really is a shame. So I played that. It's the first time I've actually done a Formula One race because Roberto's got a number of different racing series covered. And because it's only 20 drivers, I did the game at a relaxed pace in about 40 minutes. And so it was a good, you can't call that a quick play game because it's really not. But auto racing is really difficult to get right because if you get bogged down in the minutia, then you get 500 laps. You don't want that. It would take you longer to do that than it would the race. But it kind of gave you a good knowing the drivers a little bit, gave you a good variety of how the race would be run. I just thought that was good. So I did that. Some action PC baseball, and you showed me 5 Dice Pro Football. It's an Al Wilson game. You can download it on the Delphi boards. Was it on the play.com form on the Delphi board?
Yeah, and I'll talk about that too. But we could talk about it together, I guess. Yeah, if you go to the PLAAY.com section on the Delphi boards for play, and you go in the general tab, there was some people talking about the Al Wilson games, and we all know Al Wilson doing a lot of great work on YouTube with the Cards and Dice community. And he has 2 games, actually. One is called 5 Dice Pro Football. One is...
It's a dynasty game.
Dynasty game, yeah. So one game you roll for each game, each quarter, and get a score. And the other game is you do a couple of rolls, and that gives you your season record. And
There's a couple of those games that are online of the season variety. You college football, college basketball. You recruit your players. You can go back through and change. And then you run your sim season, and it just kind of very fast plays. It's a good way to kill.
Yeah, these games are just quick dice games. So the one you were talking about, the 5 Dice Pro Football, it's a Yahtzee style game. And
yes,
boy, it is so fun.
There's actually quite a bit of strategy involved. You roll the 5 dice or 5 die, and then you only get 3 rerolls though for an entire game. So you got to be careful when you use your rerolls. And so it's crossing against a table, and you can stop. If you use 2 of your rerolls, you can make the defense or the other team roll once. And again, this person in Saugus who stalks me, I have no idea why. Anyway, the first time I played it solo, because Dave and I spent part of the night playing it and we had a lot of fun. So Saturday, I just pulled it out to play it on my own. I went 9-7 in the regular season, and I won the Super Bowl. That's cool. And again, this idiot from Saugus, I have no idea who the hell it is.
Yeah, we got to block that guy. But seriously,
it was.
Yeah,
so about, a half hour for a season.
It might be because you're rolling 16 games. And it only takes a minute or 2 for each game. So the idea is you roll the dice, and you roll 5 dice, and then you see what you have, Yahtzee style. And obviously, the best roll is the 5 of a kind. But it tells you that, a 2 pair and 3 of a kind and a small straight. And it tells you how many points you're going to get for the quarter. And again, you could re-roll as many dice as you want, but only 3 times a game. So sometimes you get a bad roll, and you get a 0, but you're like, well, I don't really want to risk any more rolls here because I don't think I'm going to get anything. And there's other times you roll 3 of a kind, you're like, oh, I need the roll to get the 4 of a kind, which I think is 17 points, which is really good. 3 of a kind
is 3 points, and 4 of a kind is 7. That's 2 touchdowns. That's a lot.
Yeah, so you want to re-roll there. But, you play half the games away and half the games at home, and how it goes is the away team rolls first. So if you're home, you can see what the away team did for points. And you may or may not want to waste any of your rolls at that point. And
if they rolled a 0.
Yeah. Now, the away team, you roll 2 dice and you just look at the chart, and that's it. I suppose you could play both teams rolling all the dice Yahtzee style, but you'd be playing against yourself.
Right. Yeah, I suppose you could. You know what that reminds me of? Farkle. Ever played Farkle?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's very similar. You get X amount of rolls, and then you can you can bank points, and you can continue to go per round until you either get nothing or the max. And so, so it's a risk reward game that's very tight. I mean, you would think that 3 rolls, 7 rolls per game is a lot. It really isn't.
No, you got to use those wisely, and it's fun. I think I actually bought Farkle at a craft store just for the dice. Just for the dice back in the day, because they had all these colored dice, and they had 5 or 6 of these dice in a package. So, okay, you get different. So they had 5 colors of 5 each. It says, I'm going to buy the game, just take the dice. And I think that's what I did back in the day. But so that's a really fun game. I like that better than the season dynasty mode thing. Then I didn't care for that.
I haven't played it. I read through the directions of that. Again, I've seen that type of thing done on a web browser game where I think you'd have more fun. But yes, so what it is you have a 5-year contract, and it all goes with how hot or how cold the dice are. It's a little bit more complex. I haven't played it yet. It's there on the play general part of the play.com stuff. You get good die, you can win a Super Bowl, and then you can keep going out for your contract. Again, a great way to kill a rainy afternoon.
Yeah, no, they're both kind of fun games. I had more fun playing the game by game. Right? I think it was called Dice Dynasty. Maybe it was.
Yeah, something
along. But that's where you can get. They're free games. So that's one we both played. So anything else?
Let me see. What have I played? Anything else?
What'd you play yesterday? Was that baseball?
That was baseball.
Still doing your hockey, right?
Yeah, doing hockey. That kind of got sidetracked. We should probably mention our dear friend that passed away.
Yeah.
Kind of a sidetracking week. The community, which is not big enough as far as we're concerned, lost a member this week when Dale Lonsdale passed away Saturday morning?
I think it was, yeah.
Saturday or over the weekend. And at the age of 65. He'd been in ill health for a while. He actually survived COVID, but other health issues had come up, and I did a video on my channel for him, and just an overall good guy, and left us way too soon at the age of 65. So, you had some good interactions with him too, didn't you?
Yeah. We would always chat on YouTube and sometimes on Facebook, about cards and dice stuff. Just a jolly old guy.
Yeah. So I kind of threw a thing into things, and so the hockey and the soccer will be back next week. Diego Maradona, that's probably a name you know.
No.
He was the best soccer player in the world post Pele in the 80s.
There's really only one soccer player I know. It's Schumacher. I told you that.
Anyway, he died today at the age of 60.
Oh.
Look up Hand of God goal.
Okay.
86 World Cup against England. He was from Argentina, and this was the first thing that they had met in since the Falklands War. So, these two countries weren't really best of buddies in 1986. So,
who was a good soccer player was Stallone. Because that
was a good movie.
I saw him in goal. He was very good.
Him and Michael Caine and Pele.
Yep.
I mean, Stallone is to soccer what Pele is to acting.
And it worked.
All right. So on that segue, what did you play this week?
Oh, let me see. Along with the 5 Dice Pro Football from Al Wilson that I played, that was really fun. I played a couple of rounds of that. I finally dug into my 1970-71 newly acquired Strat hockey season, and I ended up playing, of course, Boston-Chicago, and I tried to go super advanced power play, and I just failed miserably. I know what I did wrong, but it didn't. I was like, I got done the game, and I was like, I screwed that up. so I got to go back. But at least I got that season. I love that season. So I played some Strat. I'm playing more Replay PC Basketball, the demo, waiting for the sale so I can grab that. So I've been playing some of that. And then I streamed some game-winning drive, too. I was in a big football mood. And I pulled out some game-winning drive, I think the 86 season. And I ended up playing Giants and 49ers and Pats and Jets for some reason, and just had a good time playing the game-winning drive. I always liked that game. And then the big news for me was I got the baseball itch, and I started watching all these and I have baseball games. So let's be clear, the baseball games I have, I enjoy playing. Okay, I do, and I pick them on and play once in a while. I'm just not a big baseball guy, but I wanted to try something new. And so I'm online. I'm watching those 3 or 4 games I was looking at online. People are playing, and I was like, "That looks fun. That looks fun." And then one just kind of jumped out and grabbed me, and I don't know why. It just hit all the right notes, and I ended up picking it up because it's on sale, and we'll talk about that on the sale, on the Black Friday sale. And it's payoff pitch baseball. And I don't know why, but
I love the looks of it. I wish there was a XL helper version. This
just struck all the notes. I think there's a fast action flipper for it on the Lewis Research. So there's a fast action flipper that'll simulate the fast action cards. I don't know why, but this game just works for me. And I picked it up in a bunch of seasons, and I just started playing. And there's a lot of great videos on YouTube about how to play, and that really helped. But yeah, I played my first game the other night. It was Boston and the Baltimore Orioles, and it just works. I mean, you roll the dice, you look at the pitcher card, and then that directs you where to go. And sometimes the play resolves immediately, and other times you got to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole to solve it. But I followed it. That's the key. Is everything that I did in the game I followed.
You are a huge flow fan.
I'm a flow fan. Yeah, and if I got to start doing all kinds of math, that disrupts the flow. And if there's numbers and symbols or numbers and a second check on something, that disrupts the flow. And we talked about the hockey games I play. We talked about especially shootout and strat. 2 of my favorite hockey. There's no hiding that. And what happens in that is when you take the shot, you get the dice, and it's like, okay, this guy gets a shot. Okay, in shootout, it's a straight shot. In strat, you can penetrate or get intimidated, and if that doesn't happen, you roll the dice for the shot. But it's a nice, clean shot. In some other games, when you're like, okay, this guy's taking a shot, who's guarding him? What's his number? Do the math. What rink am I in? Now do the math again. Now you can roll for the shot. It takes away the excitement of the shot. So for me, the game needs to flow. Getting back to payoff pitch, this game just flows. And even when I was going, like I said, there's a lot of little things about the game as far as, double plays and stealing and advanced bases. But you just go to the chart, and the chart tells you everything that goes on. And that's what I just enjoyed the crap out of this game. And so I started printing out some cards, and then what I ended up doing is I picked up Photoshop. And I've never used it, and I've always wanted to try it. And so I got a 7-day trial of Photoshop, and then I think it's $10 a month, that and Lightroom, which is a photo product. So $10 a month.
Not a bunch.
It's not.
You'd use it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Because so what I'm using Photoshop for, and I did a video on my channel, is that I'm bringing in the PDFs. And you got to bring them in a page at a time, but that's okay. And I'm bringing in the logos and dropping them on the cards, and then printing out the cards on my laser printer here. And they look so cool. These payoff pitch cards that I'm printing out, they look so cool with these little logos on it. It just makes the cards look so cool. And I know they can't do it, and that's fine. But I can, because I bought the cards. They're my cards, and I'm not selling them. I'm not making money on them.
Right.
So I feel I can do that. And I do the same thing with the Downey stuff. Is some of their things there, I'll put logos in there. So if I get a team chart, I'll put the football helmet and a couple of team colors, and it just dresses up a black and white, boring generic card into something really kind of neat. And so I've been printing them out, and then I went out and I bought a corner cutter or a corner rounder, whatever they call those things.
Yeah, essentially.
And so basically, it takes a rectangular card and makes it look like an apple card, is what it does.
Or a playing card.
Yeah. And so I just for kicks, I started doing that with some of these payoff pitch cards. So I got the logo on there, full color card. I clipped the corner, and they're gorgeous. And I'm not comparing them
one at a time, or
yeah, one corner at a time.
Take a while.
Oh yeah, it does. It's bam, 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 bam. Yeah, so I'm not comparing these to the actual printed cards from Payoff Pitch, where I hear the best in the business, because I didn't get those. I got the PDFs.
Quality is apparently tremendous.
But for me, sitting here, printing them at home, on 80 or 100 pound stock, throwing a logo on, and then printing them out and rounding the corners out, I think they look nice, and I'm very excited to have them. And so Payoff Pitch, fun game. I'm customizing my cards. We talked about cutting into your playing time. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, especially with the Photoshop. But it has been fun because I wanted a program that I could bring in these PDFs and manipulate them and add color and add logos to them, and for my own personal enjoyment. So I'm really enjoying the Photoshop with that. And the Payoff Pitch, which again just come out of nowhere, and I'm really excited.
Quite a few good Payoff Pitch series on YouTube as well.
Oh, jeepers! Yeah, there's a lot of and there's a lot of people that did a great walkthrough of it too. And it's like, wow, this is now that you see the walkthrough, it reminds me of History Maker Golf from Play. By the time I got done watching the videos on YouTube from regular people. Just regular Joes, not any official. I mean, the official ones are fine, but just regular people playing that game. By the time I got it on my table, I knew how to play it, and it flowed. And so Payoff Pitch was the same way. By the time I finally printed out a team and sat down to play, I pretty much knew how to play. I had the rule book just kind of remind me on a few things, but Payoff Pitch, so much fun. And I'm not even a huge baseball fan, but this works for me. This works. And then when I also just to wrap up about the funny story about Payoff Pitch is I wanted a nice mat to play on, and so I went over and I went to the Al Wilson Google Drive, and I grabbed some of the play mats for History Maker Baseball. They're 11 by 17, and so I downloaded them and I went down to Staples. And I printed out like 20 or 25 of those History Maker Baseball stadiums, so I could use for my backdrop when I played. And so I got some of the key ones, Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, stuff like that. So anytime I play a game, there's a chance that I might have that playmat of that stadium that I could play on just for fun. So I did that. And at the same time, I went down there because I think they only charged like a little over $1 to print.
It wasn't bad.
No, print an 11 by 17 on some heavier paper. So I was like, okay, so I'll get 20 or 25 of them for $1 a piece. Not a big deal. And I had a $10 off coupon at Staples, whatever. For kicks, I put the 6 seasons I got for Payoff Pitch on the thumb drive, right? And I said, just for kicks, what would it cost to print these seasons here? And so the guy goes, well, he pulled them out. He says there's 788 pages worth of printouts on the 6 seasons total, 788 pages, and it was over $1 a piece. He said it'd be like $1,200, and that's not even having them cut. It's just $1,200 to print them. So, if I was going to do that, I would just have them made and buy the printed version. Imagine at $1,200 to get 6 seasons printed. What's that? $200 a season? Yeah, and you still got to cut them. Just to give you an idea,
that would get you some serious time.
So Staples does some good things, but that's not one of them. You're better off buying from the manufacturer at that point. Yeah. So that's what I've been playing: a little bit of hockey, a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball, and a little bit of baseball. Splitting time between. I think I played more Strat PC hockey on the computer too. So I'm bouncing between the table and the PC. And boy, I think back to just a couple of months ago. Wasn't it a couple of months ago? Remember I was in that gaming funk?
Yes.
And we did a show. We did a show about gaming funk because I just could not.
We had someone give you a hard time about that too.
Yeah.
Someone I don't know, and we're not joking about this. I mean, someone sent us a nasty gram about that. It happens.
It happens. I just didn't want to play anything. I was playing something on my PlayStation. I was involved in other things. Maybe I was watching a movie or a series on Netflix, and I just wasn't playing. Now I'm playing every day. If I'm not playing, then I'm doing printing. Yeah. So every day I'm doing something as far as that goes. So, all right. So shall we get into the turkey and the stuffing of the show?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. All right. So let's preface this first, Ron, by saying that what we did last year and what we did this year is that we put out the feelers for the Black Friday sales, and we try to keep it to within the game community here. Okay, we're not going to go and tell you what Best Buy has or what GameStop has, and we're really going to keep it. We'll keep it within the sports sim community is what we're doing here. So the only places to really do that is to send out some emails, is to go onto the Delphi forums and post on Facebook. It just gets some feedback back from there. So that's what we did. Okay, and some people got back to us, and some people didn't. And let's just be clear.
Some sales will be announced actually on Friday.
Yeah. So what we're going to do first off is we're going to tell you what we've heard. Do not hold our feet to the fire on this stuff here.
As of 1:25 on Wednesday afternoon, the 25th.
Yeah, this is what we're aware of. That's happening now or going to happen or may happen. But if we say, hey, this place is having a sale, and you go there and it's not there. Okay, we don't want our feet held to the fire. That we did the best we could to get the proper information here that we're going to tell you here. Some of it may be rumor, some of it may be true, but we're going to try to do our best again. The other thing is that when we ask for this stuff, keep in mind that we'll mention your stuff here on sale, but we're not going to go do the work for you. Okay, so if you just say, I'm doing what I did last year, and you can't be bothered to tell me what it is, we're not gonna go hunt down what you did last year for a sale and just replay that. Okay. Conversely, if you just send us a website and expect me to go to the website and dig it up for you, I'm not going to do that either. Okay. So if you want to get mentioned here on the show, you got to do a little bit of work, because if you're going to be lazy about it, we're going to be lazy about it, and we're not going to go do the work for you. So that being said.
Not responsible for typographical errors.
Yeah. Here's what we know. Okay, what I do know is Downey Games is having 15% off of everything on their site. I don't know if that includes the printed and shipped stuff or not. Okay, but I will tell you that I ordered last night.
Certainly the PDFs.
The PDFs, absolutely, because I ordered PDFs last night, and they came right in, and I got the 15% off. You put turkey in the coupon code, and you get the 15% off. So I think it was the same as last year, because when I went to the code, the turkey come up as part of my cache, on the computer. So it was the same code as last year. So I'm not sure if that includes the printed and the mailed stuff, but for PDFs, absolutely. So if you want it printed and mailed, go put turkey in there, and before you check out, see if the coupon click for you. 15% off over at Downey Games. I heard that Dice Nuts may be having another 25% off sale. Dice, Nuts, okay? So go to dicenuts.com, check that out. And last year they had a 25% off sale, and I heard that Dice Nuts may be having another 25% off sale. Action PC, Dave Cook Games, DK Sports.
Started Saturday.
Yeah, they're having a ridiculous sale. If you haven't picked up a basketball or a hockey or football game, now's the time to do it, because they get huge sales. You can get both of those games and seasons for ridiculously low amounts of money. So yeah, Action PC Games, their sale is going on now.
Buy them in bulk for as little as like $3 a season.
Yeah, and that's when I got a lot of mine. I would buy the Decades on a sale or something like that, and they were about $3 a season.
Talk about that in a few minutes, but yeah.
Yeah. So when we get done the list here, we're going to talk about things that we're looking to get or have already got. So Action PC. Let's see. Replay Basketball. That's the game I've been playing. Replay Basketball, I believe they're having a Friday to Monday sale. So that's when I'm going to pick up the basketball game, I hope. Now, I don't know if it's everything on their website, but I heard that they were going to have a Black Friday sale from Friday to Monday. So the Replay Basketball, the demo I've been playing, that should be on sale.
That the Replay Baseball will have the same.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about if baseball is or not, so check that out. But I heard that Replay was going to be having a sale as well.
Pete's customer service is through the roof. He's just wonderful at it. So
yeah, I've talked to him a couple times too, and the Delphi boards are great. People have really helped me learn that demo. Yeah. So let me see. Strat just got the email today that it's 20% off all board games. Now that's just the board games, not the seasons. Because I just put a season in my cart and it didn't register, and I put put the hockey game itself in the cart, and it did register. So if you want the board game itself, and some of them come with a season of your choice, 20% off over there at Strat. Let's see. Sideline Strategy is having a 25% off payoff pitch PDF product sale, and that's going through the end of November, and it's 15% off printed games and the FACs. And he said the printed sets will not be on sale at this time, but those are the best cards in the business, from what I hear. Yes. Like I said, I ordered too. Yeah, you know what I did? So I ordered a lot of the PDF, but I did order a set of the FACs. So that's going to be coming in the mail. So I'll get the first-hand look at their fast action cards and their quality. So I might be tempted to pick up some printed seasons, at some point there. But so Sideline Strategies having a sale, 25% off.
They're also having the sale on Glory Days boxing as well. The PDFs will be 25% off through the weekend.
Yeah. And the basketball game too. The basketball game's on sale. I think it's SSG basketball.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about picking up that too. And let me tell you, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's a $6 PDF and 25% off is $2. So $4. You can get payoff pitch, the game parts, and $4 you can get the basketball game. Seasons, I think, are $9, but when they're 20% off, it's $6.75. So for $10.75, you can get payoff pitch baseball in a season in PDF form. $10.75. That's ridiculous. So that's why I got it. I got a whole bunch of seasons as well. And just so you know, I ended up I screwed up in my cart and I ordered 2 PDFs of one season, and they caught it. And the guy wrote me back and said, "Hey, I think you bought 2 seasons PDF. Was that a mistake?" I says, "Yes, it was." He goes, "Okay, I'm going to credit you back for the one season." And bing, next thing you know, I got a credit back in my PayPal for a season. So very, very impressed with Sideline Strategy and payoff pitch baseball. So that is fastly becoming one of my favorite games right now because of the customer service and just the sale and everything else. So, yeah, go check that out. One I never heard of here, I think it was Marty Neal sent me this. Footballfortunes.co.uk is having a sale. And,
is that for
so Football Fortunes? It's the football management tabletop and computer game you play with your friends and family, and so it's soccer. It's American soccer, if you will. And there's a whole bunch of games. I'm on the site right now looking at it, and boy, they got a bunch of games over here. If you're into that soccer stuff, yeah. So they're having a sale over there on their website, and again, that is a Black Friday sale at Football Fortunes with a S. .co.uk. Okay. Ivan Diaz says that time travel baseball. Is that what it is? Yeah. It says free PDF team player card files at Time Travel Baseball Facebook page. All cards are homebrew using the Time Travel card creator. So there's not even a sale. It's some free stuff over there if you go to the Time.
That's better than a sale. It's free.
It is. That is better than a sale. Let's see. Status Pro will be having an MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL sale to be announced. So Status Pro is having another Black Friday sale, and I think you got to go over to the Delphi.
He's set up at Delphi.
Yeah, and go over there, and that's where I think Brian's over there, and he'll set you up over there. And I have the Status Pro hockey, and I kind of like it. I'm still getting used to it there, but it works. I can play that game. It's one of those games that sometimes I struggle with, but no, I don't struggle with Status Pro. So maybe I'll pick up a couple of seasons myself over there. Let's see. 4th Street Software. 15% off total order and all orders over $60. Free shipping with the code BF, as in Black Friday, CM 2020. BF CM 2020.
Cyber Monday 2020.
Yeah, Black Friday, Cyber Monday 2020 over at 4th Street Software, and I need to go over there and check that out too.
Yep.
Let's see. Roberto Schiavini having a sale. Ron, tell us about that.
His entire catalog is half price through the end of the year.
And where do we find him?
You can find him at sportsreplays.net. If you join the Facebook group, it's a private group, but if you join it, additional sales are being announced.
Okay, yeah. So Roberto Schiavini, yeah, Chiavini, Roberto Schiavini games, and there's like I say, so there's a Facebook.
We talk about him all the time on the show.
Talk about him all the time, yeah. So he's over there on Facebook as well. Okay.
So you can get a lot of stuff for very little money, and his turnaround time is super quick.
Yep. Let's see. I haven't confirmed this, but someone sent this to me that Inside Sports usually has a buy one, get one on seasons for PDFs. So if you're a fan of Inside Sports, check that out. I can't confirm that yet.
Inside Pitch, In the Paint.
Yep, so I haven't confirmed that yet, but that is one that they usually run. And I got a list from somebody that says, here's what usually happens. And so that's on the part that usually happens. Let's see, one more I have here. It's obviously the play.com. It's their Black Friday sale. They do it very different than everybody else. What they do is on Black Friday, it's the PDF sale. Okay? And so they have certain PDFs on sale on Black Friday, which is weird. It's not a blanket one, which is too bad because there's a lot of stuff that I would buy if everything was on sale. And last year was kind of weird. They had specific seasons on sale for that day only. So, but if you're a Play fan, head over there, Digital Friday. It's the PDF purchases. And then on Monday, which is Cyber Monday, that's when they have their biggest stuff on sale. History Maker Golf and Second Season Football are $42.99. Soccer Blast, Red, White, and Blue Racing are $36.99. I'm leaning towards Red, White, and Blue Racing. We'll talk about that later. So he says all Play games on sale, including the Play Now games, will be marked down 20% to $29 post-paid. So big sale on Monday for the board game stuff over there at play.com. But there's a split between Friday PDF and Monday board games. And I think I took advantage of that last year. I think I actually ordered – that's when I got the Hockey Blast. I
believe you did. That's when you got it. Yeah.
And so what I did is I ordered – on Friday I ordered the PDF seasons. And then on Monday, I ordered the game itself, so I actually had to wait for the game to come in before I could play the PDF season. This is how it worked out. But
hey,
yeah,
it worked.
So that's what we got there as far as some of the sales that we've heard about. If we hear of anything else, obviously after the show has been recorded, we'll put it up on our Digital to Dice Facebook group over on Facebook.
Craig Wessel's going to have a PDF sale, too, for All-Star Lineup Baseball.
Yeah. At first, he wasn't going to have it, the All-Star Lineup Baseball. That's one of the games I have, and I really do enjoy All-Star Lineup Baseball, too. So that's in my rotation now, along with Payoff, Pitch, and Strat Basic. And so, yeah, he wasn't going to have one, but then he decided to have a sale. So All-Star Lineup Baseball is having a sale as well. So, and I think that's all I got. Ron, do you have anything else?
Play ball. Windsor Greg Tom Vans, one of his baseball games. I saw that over at the Delphi Forum. So if you're a member over there, that's another place to get there. But if you like play ball baseball, some of those seasons will be on sale too. But you got to check over there because I don't remember the specifics off the top of my head.
Okay. And if anybody else here is a one, please get a hold of us and we'll try to post it up on our Facebook group. Obviously,
I assume that ASG games will have a sale.
Yeah, there's a few that we didn't confirm, so we didn't want to talk about too much and just say, hey, head over there and have anybody say, you told me it was on sale.
Don't know what that's going to be yet, but they've had them in the past.
Yeah, most people announce their sales ahead of time, which is good, so you can plan for it. And other people wait till the last minute and they say, here's our sale on Friday. Yeah. So this is on Wednesday, 2 days before. There's still 48 hours to go. Some sales are ongoing, and some sales will be coming up right when the gun goes off Friday morning. So, all right. So how about we do this? So let's talk about some of the games that maybe we either have already picked up for Black Friday sales or that we would like to pick up on Black Friday. So I will start first, and obviously I picked up the Payoff Pitch from Sideline Strategy over there, and the PDF sale is just ridiculous. You know, I'm thinking about going back and picking up a couple of more seasons, you know, because if they're $6.75, even though you got to print them, boy, I tell you, I just print on the go, and I'm using my Photoshop, and I'm having fun doing all that.
You are having a blast.
I am,
really
yeah.
are.
And you know what I did too? I'm trying to describe this here. So the season that I had, the payoff pitch season I have, is there's 4 columns on the batter card. You got your here they are right here. Just so I can talk and know what I'm talking about here. So you got wheel for wheelhouse, patient, tough, and in play. So those are the 4 categories on the batter's card. And they're sectioned off on the card like a little block, right? The problem is that the header is the only thing in color. And then the blocks kind of run together going down in a grid. So what I did, and somebody on our Digital Dice Facebook group had this, and I think he said his cards came like that. So whatever season was that had the cards in full color. I went in and learned how to create a rectangle and drop it behind all the numbers and make it the same color as the 4 categories. So on the cards that I'm printing, so not only am I dropping a logo in, I am dropping in the shaded colors behind the numbers. So now when I go to look at the card, that whole category is in yellow or in blue or in green. And it makes it easier than just trying to look at all these black grids that were mashed together. And that it just adds
tremendous.
It looks great. It adds color to the card. It makes it easier to find things on the card. And so I might grab a couple of more seasons there, just because I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying making the cards as much as anything else, printing them and making them look nice and the whole bit. So I might grab some more payoff pitch. And then they have the basketball game too. So if that's on sale, which I think it is, SSU basketball, I might grab the PDF on that. Grab the game, which I think is $4 for the
you would say, yeah,
and then $6.75 a season for an old Celtics season. So I might do that. And I think they have a dice version and a fast action card version, but there's also on Lewis Research a fast action flipper for this game. So that might be something where I could just print out a couple of teams, Celtics, Lakers, or whatever, and play right here, use the flipper, and not have to print out all the fast action.
Nice.
So, so I'm thinking about heading over there to get more payoff pitch seasons and then that basketball game. So that's one thing I'm looking at. Ron, one thing you are?
I'm waiting for the PC basketball replay sale, because I'm going to grab that and then do an offline 61, 62 replay. That season's always intrigued me. It's the year.
Yeah, you were saying that the other day.
It is Wilt Chamberlain, the year that he averaged 50 points a game. Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double. He was the first one ever to do it. James Harden, I believe, has done it since in the last couple of years. But he averaged a triple-double. It's 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists a game, which is amazing to get the rebound part, because Robertson was a point guard. You don't think of point guards as big rebounders. And, of course, the Celtics are the Celtics, and it's Cousy and Russell, and might do one game just because Tommy Heinsohn, who recently passed away, deserves to have some sort of tribute paid. But, yeah, you hooked me up with the demo, and see, I'm not my own pusher always.
Isn't that game?
I liked it. I really did.
That game is
Todd B was the one.
Yeah, Todd's talking about that. Yeah, and he's been helping me out too.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait to try that out. And that would be the season that I would do. And one of those things that you say you're doing it. There's a lot of good teams. The Lakers are good that year. The Warriors are in Philadelphia. That's where Wilt play. They play in Philadelphia. And the 76ers are in Syracuse. They're the Nationals.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there's Hall of Famers galore, and it really is a different. There's no 3-point shot. You shoot foul shots on every foul. It is such a. It's like it would be like going to another country and ordering from.
Oh yeah, it is very.
You recognize the quarter pounder, but the rice burger is.
It's very different. Yeah. I keep talking about that game. That game, so far to me, action replay basketball is the closest thing I've seen to a cards and dice game on a computer. It shows you the fast action cards. You follow the dice roll. It allows you to roll your own dice. It just, I've never, I mean, and there's, like I said, I play Strat PC Hockey, which is a cards and dice version of that, but it's still, you're doing a lot of reading of what happened. This shows you the card, it shows you the matchup, it shows the dice roll, it shows what the dice roll is. If there's a blue dice that needs to be a decider die, it tells you if it's higher than this, it's that. If it's lower than this, it is the complete game. I was blown away by this game. I wish there was a hockey game like this, because that would probably be my favorite hockey game, because you can play cards and dice. And the thing about hockey and basketball is you're always changing the lines, and the computer does it for you. So so that's why I really kind of I'm looking forward to playing this game, and they've done such a good job, because it really makes it feel like you're playing cards and dice. So yeah, so Action Replay Basketball, I'm with you on that. My seasons I want to get, I'm thinking 07, 08, because that's when they had the big three and they won it. For the Boston Celtics won it. So 07, 08 I might get. Definitely 85, 86. That's a no-brainer. Anything around that era I'm going to get. I might get 79, 80. They don't have 80, 81 when they won it, but I might get 79, 80.
Bird Magic's rookie year, 79, 80.
And then lastly on the list, another maybe 70, 71. And I forget why I was looking at 70, 71.
It's the Buffalo Braves first year.
Maybe that was it.
And you're a sucker for expansion teams that are god-awful.
I am. So, yeah, so maybe that's why that's on the list too. So, cool.
Other things about Black Friday in years past, Dave Cook, if you could get, we talked about sales. And I think the complete collection of baseball and football are on sale for like $400. And when you go, well, Ron, that's a lot of money. For baseball, that's 120 plus seasons for $400. I got one year. Bought myself for Christmas with permission from my wife, because $150, I'm like, oh yeah, I spent that, honey. You did what? I got 1900 through 1949. And so that pretty much completed my collection of Action PC seasons. So 50 years of baseball for $3 a season.
Yeah, that's when you.
And so if there's a sport that you really like, this is the time to do that. The decade sets are on sale. Certainly, especially if you spend more than $100 at Action PC or Dave Cook Sports, there's another 20% thrown off. And so,
you can if you go there and you bulk buy there on a sale like this, it is ridiculous the price that you get on these games. I mean,
49, by the way, will be my season coming up in January when the new game comes out. So if you bought the game before, and of course you don't need to have to upgrade. Every season works with every version. So it's not like some companies in Long Island where you have to, if you want the new season, you have to buy the new game. Not here. So if you haven't upgraded in a couple of years, you can buy whatever it is, and it's all going to work.
Yeah.
And so that was probably that. And I believe ASG Golf was a Christmas time purchase. And there was a little bit of a discount. You could still get that, by the way. All the decade sets, and I think one course for the 200, which is a steal, because I think the individual decade sets are $20 a piece. Not more. So, but yeah. So if you're on the fence about Action PC and you got it and you weren't sure, now's the time to get it. There's so much there. But yeah, I bought that. What else have I bought for the tennis game? Time Travel Tennis, I believe, was a introductory Christmas time special. Those are the big ones, and that I will get. What else? I will certainly. I'm going to grab some Shavini stuff. Some holes in my library that I don't have. I love, like I said, the Daring Racers game was very fun. I love his Australian rules football.
Really?
Yeah. It's at some point I gotta do a video. I promise a lot of videos for his stuff, but it's one of those that I've set it in a way that it makes it instead of just rolling for the result, which is what happens with a lot of those games. You can go scoring chance by scoring chance,
okay,
and then roll another die to decide who gets the next scoring chance. And so, although I'm really not familiar with all the players, it's an exciting game to watch on YouTube or was on TV in the 80s when ESPN was brand new, and there's sports at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon on my television set, you know. And I don't care if they put Vegemite on their cleats, for crying out loud. This is fun. So some of those sort of things that I want to get from Roberta. What else do I want?
I got a couple things over here, too, I can add while you're thinking. I did pick up from Downey already. I took advantage of their sale. And I picked up a couple of game-winning drive seasons. I picked up 2001, so I can see if the Patriots can get back to the Super Bowl, as the phone rings over here. Let's see. I picked up 2007. That was the undefeated season for New England. Okay. And let's see. You know what I picked up that was kind of neat was the for game-winning drive was the Super Bowl team set.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah,
and you're on virtual Super Bowls.
Yeah, and it includes both teams that went to the Super Bowl. So it's winner and loser, all the way back to Super Bowl I. Now, when I read the directions, it said every Super Bowl. So I was like, some of these things they run out in 2014. You know what I mean? They don't follow up on it. So let me confirm that when I bought this and I printed this out last night, it has every Super Bowl
up to Kansas City, San Francisco,
including last year. Yep. So and they're tacked on, and there was something that said that if you buy this set, because it was a $50 set, okay, for it's by the way it's no, I'm sorry, that's something different. This was a $15 set, I think it was, and for the Super Bowl teams, and they said that they would update it every year. They would email you.
Oh,
yeah, the new Super Bowl. Yeah, so they were current with Super Bowls, which I was surprised. I really thought they wouldn't be current. And they said the little disclaimer at the bottom says we'll just email you the new Super Bowl matchup next year, so you'll always be current on that. So that looks fun. So one of my game-winning drive projects is going to be to replay every Super Bowl. I think that would be a fun little project.
That would be fun. I'd be curious to see if you would do a Super Bowl losers tournament too. Which was the best of the? Of course, I think it's probably the 07 Patriots, but
I could do that. Yeah, but I'm going to replay all the Super Bowls game-winning drive and just see what my results are.
Would you be surprised if the 07 Giants won? Because it seems like it's such a fluke at a time.
Well, there's a lot. I'm interested to see if the Jets are going to beat the Colts. That's the other thing is there's a lot of in there that just and I'm interested to see that Tampa Bay Oakland Super Bowl. That was a blowout.
And that was an 80s Super Bowl, yeah.
I'm interested to see how close that game's going to be. So there's a lot of Super Bowls I want to play. So yeah, so game-winning drive. I got the Super Bowl teams 2001, 2007, and then final score football. I like the Downey final score games. You
do like those, yeah.
They just work with. So I got a lot of the hockey. So I ended up picking up the big book. It's called, and it's everything through 2014, I think.
From 1919, from the Association of Professional Football. Too.
And it's all the other leagues. There's a couple leagues in the 40s I never heard of. But you got...
The Brown came from the AAFC.
Yeah, it was AFC. I never heard of that. But so you get the... obviously, you get everything NFL from 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up through 20... I think it's 2014 is when it stops. You get XFL from 2001. You get the World Football League from a couple years they played. You get the USFL for three leagues. And there's a couple of other leagues I'd never heard of. And then obviously you get the, what was the one before the NFL? The American Football League? Yeah, AFL.
AFL, yeah.
Yeah, so you get that too. So I got the whole bit. That was $49, but 15% off of that knocked that down closer to $40.
Heck of a price.
Yeah, so I that's what I picked up. I picked up Game Winning Drive. I picked up Final Score. And I also picked up Gridiron Wars in one season, and hopefully over Thanksgiving I'll have a chance to read the directions and see what I want to do with that game. Because if it's any good, then I'll try to pick up a couple more seasons while it's on sale. But I just picked up one season just so I can give it a try, because that's the one game I don't have from Downey at the game, and there's no videos on that, so I thought I could be the first to do a video if I can figure it out. So just to confirm, yeah, Downey sale is live. I did get there, and that's what I got from Downey. Again, myself, I'm looking forward to PC Replay Basketball as well. Action PC, I may pick up a couple of basketball seasons, but because I like the new chalkboard with that. So I'm kicking around, what season I might pick up on that. So
got a lot of those. That's the thing is that you customer for a long time and you get them. But yeah, that would be if you haven't upgraded to the 2020 version of the basketball game, it's worth it.
Yeah, it is. It's very good, very good. Chalkboard is so good now. So I might pick up a couple seasons for that. Obviously, the PC replay basketball we already talked about.
A couple golf courses, we'll see.
Yeah, I got a ton of golf courses for that, so I don't think I'm going to get any more of that. The last thing I might look at on my list is it all depends on the play sale. I would like to pick up a couple of seasons of Hockey Blast if they go on sale. And the ones I'm looking at is the 2010, 2011. That's the one the Bruins beat Vancouver in the finals. So I would get that to play that finals over again. And I would consider getting the first Vegas season. What was it?
Don't forget to tape over your liquor cabinet before Game 7, Vancouver.
Right. So 2017, I think that's when Vegas came in. 2017, 2018.
Yeah, that's the year that Washington beat them in the finals.
Yeah, so I would get that and play some of the that was a fun team to watch. So I would get that to play as Vegas. So those are a couple teams if they go on sale.
As Vegas.
If they go on sale at Hockey Blast at play.com, I'll pick up that.
Also, at some point, grab some Glory Days boxing for myself because Mr. Red Sox fan and I are going to be doing something. Watch for it.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're going to use that game. And if I know that they're working on a patch for the Thoroughbred Racing game.
Okay, good.
Curious. I've been following that on the Delphi boards. And so there's a couple of things I want to get in addition to that. And if we can get it to work without crashing on the stream, that there's a project coming up. But I want to get the 15 and 18 seasons because 2015 and 2018 because that has the 2 Triple Crown winners that are not in the all-time great set, which are American Pharaoh and Justify.
Okay. Let's see, just a couple other things rounding out my list. I'm kicking around Inside the Crease. I'm just kicking that around, the printed version. So I might go there, check it out, see what the price is, grab a season. It's just like a fast action game there. Just like I like trying out new things. So
yeah, I mean, and you're the hockey guru, so
yeah. So I like to try out games and give my opinion on that and see what flows and what doesn't. So that's kind of that's on the bubble, so to speak. And also Red, White, and Blue Racing from Play.com. It looks a lot like the golf game. I don't know much about racing at all. But their games tend to be very fan friendly. If you're not a big time fan, you can still enjoy their games. So they're having a sale.
I like how they've designed the racing game.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So I'll see what they have on for a sale. Maybe I'll pick that up on Monday because that's the printed version sales on Monday. So we'll see. I think it was $37. So I guess it all depends on how much I spend on all this other stuff. Whether I have any money. See, that's the thing. If you're listening, you don't want to wait till Monday because people are buying on Friday and they're buying on Saturday.
Sure they are, but Monday's usually what it is because people usually go back to work.
Right. But the thing is now is that, I've already bought some Downey games. I already bought Payoff Pitch. I'm looking to get this PC Replay Basketball. If I got to wait till Monday to get my Red, White, and Blue Racing, I might be out of my Black Friday money. You know what I mean? Whereas if that sale was on Friday, now it's like, well, maybe instead of getting this, I'll get the Red, White, and Blue Racing. But if I get all this other stuff, then maybe Monday comes and it's like, well, I've already spent too much money, so I'm not going to get it. So it doesn't really pay to be the last in line, as Ronnie James Dio would say. So get those sales going immediately, folks, because we like sales. This list here, this list is full of sales. It's full of wish lists. I did the other night. I don't know if you saw it. I
know you did the Sears Wish book.
Yeah, I did. I did the Sears catalog stream the other night. I was like, I just had a bad day, and I was just down, and it happens. And I said, I fired up. I went on the StreamYard, and I went on YouTube, and I said, I'm just going to go window shopping. If anybody wants to go window shopping with me, and I went through some of these sites and looked for some sales, and wrote down some things while I was streaming about things I wanted. And people come into the chat room, and they're like, oh, this looks good, and hey, go check out that. So I would go to check out this and check out that. And so, so a lot of it was just a fun night of pulling out the Sears catalog, so to speak, and circling all the things you wanted to get.
You remember their huge, well, now we call it Boxing Day, but their day after Christmas sale? They'd start running the ads like on the 22nd or 23rd.
Well, I remember that, that was the day that, they would be packed because I remember standing in line to return things on the day after Christmas as a kid. It's like you get a duplicate of something or something's not right and you get the receipt and you go back. There's long lines to go and return stuff. But the sale, the day after Christmas, people would be using their gift certificates and
Absolutely. And so they would do the everything you wanted you didn't get for Christmas is now on sale at Sears, and they would start on the 26th.
Yeah, and you would go and be like, and I know some people that used to wait and do Christmas after Christmas because of all the sales.
Oh, yeah, because it'd be so cheap.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's get together on the 27th so we can all go shopping on the 26th. And we can.
The Christmas cards are on sale. The candy canes are on sale. The candy's all on sale. Yeah, let's do it for New Year's.
Yeah. So,
So, how about after an hour and 5 we wrap this up?
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoy talking the Black Friday stuff, and it gets me excited about games I want to get, games that I'm playing, and the whole bit. So, so this is our Black Friday episode. So hopefully everything that is on here will happen. If you hear of anything, please let us know. We'll tack it on to our Facebook group. But it should be a fun Black Friday. I've already got some fun stuff here. I've been printing all day. I've been putting my logos on, learning Photoshop, having fun with that. You know what I even did too, Ron, is when I printed out the final score, Downey final score football. Because it's just black and white sheets with stats on it. I grabbed like the NFL logo in color and threw it on there when I printed it, so I can just have a little bit of color. And I put the the USFL logo on the USFL page and the XFL logo, so that way when I go to play, you just got a little splash of color with a logo. It makes it's part of the immersion. It only took a second, and printed it out in the whole bit. So it was kind of fun doing that stuff there. So anyway, all right. So any final words?
Hey, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's going to be a weird year again, so, well, not again, but like, all year has been weird. So enjoy it. Buy some games, play some games, either yourself or with some friends. I look forward to seeing a lot of streams over the weekend. And I'm hoping they don't shut us all down again. I mean, I'll have more gaming time, but then I won't have any money. So I'm hoping that goes well for me. I'm knocking on wood and praying that doesn't happen. But anyway, so have a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully Christmas be good too. We'll be talking to you obviously way before then. Let's wrap this up. So by the numbers, the Black Friday sale, our annual Black Friday show here, episode 65 officially here on the Digital to Dice podcast. I'm Dave, joined by my friend Ron, and you can catch us usually every week here on the digitaltodice.com. That's where you can find the show. 978-751-DICE, 978-751-3423. If you want to text the show, we may or may not read that on the show. Over on Facebook, facebook.com/group/digital to dice. If you're on Facebook, come over and join the conversation. Post your project. Talk about what you got on Black Friday. Ron.
Bye-bye, as always.
I was waiting for the bye-bye. All right. You and Aunt Becky take care.
We will.
Bye-bye.